Hello everyone, Christina Fugazi, Council Member for District 5, bringing you my Council Members Digest for our Council meeting December 1st, 2020, which is tomorrow. So there are 4 items on consent, 1 new business item, and 3 public hearings. So jumping right into the meeting, our very first item, 11.1, has to do with SB5. And SB5 is the state regulation for our Central Valley Flood Protection Act of 2008, where in order for any development to occur, we have to have a 20-year urban level flood protection plan. And so this is for an area in North Stockton, west of I-5, known as Area 2042, which is also called Bishop Track. Currently, the only thing that's on this section of land is the Spanos Reserve Golf Course. So that's the only thing there now. However, council did approve in the 2040 general plan, they did approve to have development, at this location. And so in order for that to happen, we have to approve this annual progress report. On item 11.2, we currently have a contract with a marketing company, SGA, out of Long Beach, and they are doing our branding and marketing for our Library and Recreations division. Now, they've put together a program. They have asked for feedback and gotten public response. The city has added some work for them to do. The original contracted amount was about $72,000. So this is adding $6,435 to their contract, bringing it over to $78,935 in order for them to complete what we've asked them to do. Item 11.3 is dealing with increasing the salary for the mayor and city council members. Now, just so you know, this isn't something that council does. We have what's called a salary setting commission of 5 members. They are not appointed by city council. They are appointed by the Civil Service Commission, and all this stuff is public. They have public meetings. They have recommended increasing the mayor's salary to $90,480 a year. Currently, the mayor's getting $74,000 a year. And then increasing the council salary, which is $26,000 and some change, to $29,363.40. I don't know how they came up with the 40 cents, but I will just tell you that I would do this job no matter what, but there is quite a bit of work involved. Many of you might not think there is, but I spend a lot of time preparing for the meetings, reading all the documents, being involved in the community, taking calls, returning messages, doing things in my district, making sure that you are well represented. And so if it was $5 or $50 or $50,000, not that it should ever be, I would still do this job. Okay. Item 11.4 has to do with if you've ever been in an accident, a car accident in Stockton. There is an online reporting form that you can do. However, when it comes to having that accident reporting, we did not have the add-on that would port that right into our police records management system. So for $33.60, we will be obtaining what we need in order to have those reports then go right into the records management system. They'll automatically go over. Item 14.1 has to do with the City of Stockton's Emergency Operations Center, or EOC. So the county has a Department of EOS, Emergency Operating Services, but the city doesn't. And so with a portion of our CARES funding, we actually developed a brick and mortar, an actual location for dispatching of information, of assistance, help, making sure that we're keeping our community healthy and safe in cases of emergency. And there was no information. It's only an informational item, so we'll get that in our meeting. The next item on here is a public hearing, and this has to do with Permanent Local Housing Allocation Program housing plan from the State Department for the amount of just over $10 million, $10,268,580 over the next 5 years. And this is for implementation of eligible housing activities. And so what we're looking for is permanent housing for those in the low, very low, and extremely low status that have that. And just so you know that we have about 500 units a year that are being built, but we want to ensure that there is permanent housing for all levels of economic status. There are on the books 11,824 units that could be built. Of that, 4,560 are for above moderate, 2,103 are those that fall in the moderate range, 2,004 for low, 1,482 for very low, and 1,675 for extremely low. And so in order for us to take these funds in, we need to make sure that we have a plan for how they will be dispersed. Item 15.2. So item 15.2 will bring our Stockton Municipal Code in line with our 2040 general plan. So this is for amending Title 16, and in Title 16 that is things such as permit requirements, development standards, fences, hedges, walls, sign standards, design review, site plan review, public improvements, noise standards. There's a whole list of items that are being recommended to be amended to be in compliance with our 2040 general plan. And item 15.3 is an appeal. And when I say an appeal, when people make a request for licenses or land uses, for permits, sometimes they go through the Planning Commission. If it's what's considered a nuisance use, so it's not mandatory, things like the sale of general or beer, wine, cannabis, things of that nature, it must go before the Planning Commission. This particular project was denied by the Planning Commission, and so the applicant wants to appeal to the city council. So they went through the Planning Commission, now they want to come before the city council and plead their case why their cannabis dispensary, because that's what they want to do, a retail storefront cannabis business, and delivery as well in North Stockton, and this will be coming before us. This was one of the equity applicants, and I have lots of questions. We always have questions, or we should always have questions. Anyway, that is our council meeting in a nutshell. We have one more council meeting in the month of December. It will be on Tuesday, December 15th. That'll be the last one for the year 2020 before we go into 2021. So I thank you all for listening, and again, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, go ahead, put them into below, and contact your council member, contact the mayor, send in a public comment to the city clerk. There's all kinds of things you could do, and I look forward to hearing from you all. Even though we can't be together, please stay healthy and stay safe, and have a wonderful beginning of December. Okay, bye everybody.